Okay, this is Simon from the X-Plane 10 blog, and of course we're covering other sims as well. And so here's the update for MS Flight with the Alaska Experience Pack. So here I'm just having a look at the map. Doesn't look very big, does it? It actually is. Yeah, just zoom in a bit more. Look around in and out. Oh, well, look at all the little facilities. But I think the smaller facilities might need a bit of improvement because there's so many of them. So they probably haven't got around to fix them all. But we'll have a look at a random facility. The one I looked at quickly this morning. Just got to remember where it was. I think it was Sitka. So let's find Sitka. You guys will all laugh at me. Because I don't know the Alaska area very well, but I'd heard Sitka wasn't bad, so I thought I'd give that a go this morning for the whole minute that I was able to use the sim. And yeah, we might do it. Let's pick the plane. There's the carb. Okay, fine. Now let's look at the conditions. I remember loading them up. Mixed weather. Nice. Okay, we'll do that one. And we'll start on the ground, double click. You had problems downloading this $15 ad on them because the servers were so busy. Got there eventually this morning. Didn't take long to download once it worked. So this is it loading up. Is it real time? Will my Fraps demo run out? I really do need to buy. Ooh, okay. This is a different time of day to when I started. It's a totally different season. I think I must have flown at spring. There was no snow. And there's the dreaded carbon cub. I hate these non-cockpit planes. Let's have a look. A lot of different views. Yeah, I despise them. I will never buy a cockpitless plane. Never ever in my life. It's lazy. It's bad. Let's go for a slide. A very slow tour. Oh jeez. This plane's well known as Stolecraft. Very short takeoff and landing. I couldn't believe how quick I just took off. Let's see if we can land okay. With no instruments. Let's try again. Okay. Oh, cool. It is almost vertical. Just have a little look around. Yeah, it looks very different to this morning, which was like a dawn flight in spring. And you can see fairly boxy scenery. There's nothing major there. I really like the trees. Enjoy the trees. Always like trees. Yeah, the fishing boats, isn't it cool too? I appreciate that I'm flying this live, talking live, with this weird view setup where my view is way ahead of the plane. Makes it. Oh, I might bring the flaps down. Quite bizarre, the view when you start looking to the side and then controlling at the same time. Yeah, so a few people I've seen are critical of the scenery. Yes, it is a bit blocky here, but the atmosphere is cool. Look at this, we've got a snowed in facilities here. The sun on the right glinting on the water. But yeah, wow. Look at the snow cover. Very effective. I enjoy it. Especially coming from Australia, alright? We don't have many snow fields. We live about an hour and a half, 2 hours from a snow field. What's it called again? Yeah, Lake Mountain. But it's nothing like this. Now I can tell that the FPS is really struggling now, which I think is a good thing. Hawaii was so smooth, you know, 50, 60 FPS. Now you can see all these trees everywhere that are starting to push it a bit. Although, as I say, fraps eats up a bit of my FPS. But it's, I said on the AvSim forums in my extensive review that one word, magical. And this is just an example of it. Just magical, I find. Beautiful. This is what I really enjoyed. Well, I noticed that this morning. See the mist, the effect of the haze in the distance. I like that. See what I'm seeing? They're all moving in the wind. And this is part of the magical feel that I felt. So you just look over the mountain and there's another range. Beautiful. So you sort of feel like you could go flying for hours. Just be in a decent plane, of course, with a cockpit and some nav aids. But yeah, you can feel like you just go from one end of Alaska to the other. That would take quite a few hours and a few petrol stops. Yep, so some are critical of the smooth mountain terrain. See how smooth it is on the right? I would be critical of that too. But I think that's one of the consequences of keeping the FPS reasonably good. It's just constantly making sure that it's not too heavy. Oh, look at these trees now. Don't know which way I'm going, which north, south, where I'm one of those purists who won't use a heads-up display. That's not part of the sim. Now I'm really off. I have no idea which way I'm facing. That is correct now. Oh, wow. You can hear the effects, you can hear the wind. Hear my engine about to stall. See what that is. I'm sorry I haven't got my track IR on, which is pretty spectacular stuff, but I'm just too busy flying right now and enjoying the exploring, which is pretty impressive. I'm really enjoying it. Let's put it. Built into the side of the hill. Chip saw some screenshots and remarked on the clouds. I think he's right, they're very good clouds. They're obviously not as many as X-Plane, but the effects there, it's very atmospheric. They look like clouds. I suppose that's the important thing, they look like clouds. They don't look like little tiny bits of cornwall everywhere. Much better than the fair weather clouds. Oh well, look at these shadows now. The sun's getting lower. I am getting carried away, I'm sorry. I can see the terrain is definitely low res, you know, it's nowhere near as good as Angel's and Albert's great stuff for X-Plane. But again, it's compromised for FPS in general look. I think these guys, these artists, I'll call them that, definitely, they're really expert at creating an overall look, not just individual pieces of the puzzle like the terrain, but they're combining everything at once. It's just how I'd imagine flying low along a mountain. Pretty special stuff. Okay, I might swap over to track IR for the landing. Okay, we're back again. We're actually taking off again in squally weather. I picked squally weather. So now I've got track IR. Look around. Sorry for the exaggerated movement, but I just love track IR. Ooh, that wasn't the best takeoff. But forgive me because of the squalls. So yeah, it's run, you know, considering I'm in the cockpit with all the instruments rendered and the shadows shadows and everything. It's running very well, over 30 FPS. Very good. And for all the critics who talk about terrain being too smooth and all that, you know, when you're busy flying and trying to, for example, maintain a reasonably constant vertical speed, if you fly seriously and, you know, following your VORs and radials and stuff, you're going to be too bloody busy to notice the terrain. Plus I notice, you know, because you're relatively close to the mountains and trees, you don't notice the terrain because of all the trees. You know, you can see the variety of the hills. Looks fantastic. I don't know what people whinge about. It's gonna go. Nice. This is an autumn season I've picked. So MS Flight has 4 seasons, 4 different textures and finishes. It's quite different to winter, obviously. Just gonna fly over here. So here. That's what happens.